High five. Hey guys, welcome back. Jed Scott here as always, and did it again. Anyways, appreciate all the new guys coming to the channel, and we got a lot of nifty things coming up here pretty soon. In fact, that's what this video is about, pretty nifty stuff. We're going to start tearing into that Dana 60, and we're going to start off with getting that carrier tore apart, rebuilt. We finally got all of our parts from Dr. Diff. We're going to use this here super badass pink gasket that is recommended. We got our clutches and steels with instructions. We got our friction modifier. Don't mind that it's a Motorcraft brand, but should do the same. We also got our new axle tube seals, all that stuff. Inner seals, new Timken bearings, carrier bearings. We got our green bearings in the house, new bolts. We got everything. Every single thing. It's about 500 bucks or something like that for all this crap, which I ain't gonna complain because we needed it all. So we're gonna get this thing rebuilt, and then I'm hoping, you know, this whole video will just be getting the Dana done, as long as it doesn't get extravagantly long. And I just give you a little update. So I was gonna show you how to take the ring gear off, but just went ahead and did it. It's pretty simple. You unbolt them. Some are left-handed, some are right-handed. These ones happen to be right-handed, which made it easy to take them off. And then I just take a dead blow hammer with the carrier locked in there and just tap, 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 tap. This thing will eventually fall off. And well, that was not good. All my gasket kits fell down. Huh. And I wanted to show you these I also got in the mail. Well, US Indy mags. Brand new. These are blemished wheels from Jags, and what's blemished about them is they have some scratches they couldn't polish out. Look at those things. Those things are freaking gorgeous. Hey, me. How you doing, you sexy self? They're brand spanking new, never been mounted. And those are for they're 5-on-4 bolt pattern. Those are for a future project that you guys don't get to know about just yet. But they're there. Another car we don't have yet, so. But we're gonna get to work on this Dana 60 carrier, try and get her done. And when this weekend, when Dad's home, we got some free time, when it's gonna be raining and nasty, be able to get everything set up on this bad boy, get that thing fully rebuilt, and then hopefully next week or next weekend we can get that put in the car. That's gonna put us really close to making Mocan dragway. We may not be able to go drag racing, but I'm hoping we will. So let's get at her. Alrighty, let's get her apart. Alright, well now we got all of our parts disassembled. Let me show you. Whole carrier's torn apart. We're going to clean everything up very good. I'm going to do that off camera because I don't need to bore you guys with that kind of crap. And when we're ready to reassemble this with the new clutches and everything, we'll be at her. So see you in a bit. Alrighty guys, well, we're back and all of our parts are beautifully clean. Check this shit out. Pull one from my grandpa / Uncle Tony's book. Grandpa was around before Uncle Tony, but Uncle Tony's got a really good point, and we've been doing this for years. Gasoline, had that bucket full of gas, and literally scrubbed every part by hand. I ain't got a parts washer, but check that out. Everything came out really nice, really beautiful. Put those back together. And what's in here now is, I'll get to that in a minute, as soon as I get this daggone thing back together. Get back there. There you go. Daggone. Got the bolts clean. The carrier housings were filthy, but they came out freaking gorgeous. I mean, just nice. In fact, I don't want to set that down right there. Excuse me. There you go. Check out inside there. Cleaned up beautiful. Looks brand spanking new. Of course, we're going to fill that bucket full of oil, and we're going to soak these things overnight so that way they can absorb a little bit of oil, so that way they're not just dry like this. That'll rust up real fast. Everything, in fact, will rust up really fast. Look. Small bolt pattern Krager. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're done for the day. Go on. No, go on. You're done. Go home. So, it's, god dang it. I'm cracking myself up here. This is ridiculous. So we come to our good old dumb instructions from Mr. Dr. Diff. Let me see here, power lock. You got a thin plate, a dish plate, thin plate, dish plate, thick plate, clutch ring, spline, spider gear. And that's how I have these assembled right now. And the thin gear, the thin ones are marked thin. So we have these in the exact same order they need to be. However, they want us to, prior to assembly, pre-lubricate each disc and plate with friction modifier by pre-soaking a minimum of 20 minutes. Assemble one thick plate assembly A against the clutch ring. Note, either side of the thick plate assembly can be used against the clutch ring. Blah, 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 blah. Look at pictures, can't read. So, this is some of my old Royal Purple 7590 gear lube. I bought this many years ago for the Javelin. The Javelin's got Royal Purple in it everywhere. But they don't give you enough friction modifier to really soak everything. So I was going to dilute it a little bit. So soak that baby in there. Put these in there, let them soak, cover it. And then when we go to actually finish the rear end, we'll put this whole bucket inside the rear end. Because it'll be really fancy gear oil with the friction modifier already in it. Or maybe we'll get some more, I don't know. But I just want to let you know that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get these babies soaking. And I'm going to get everything coated in oil. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, well I'm going to show you an easy way to take out your old lug studs without damaging them. In case you want to reuse them for a future project. So I got one of these pile of crap locking lug nuts. 13/16 for big block Chrysler. Well, for Chrysler product, not big block Chrysler. But thread that on most of the way. Put my hand underneath here and just give her a couple love taps. Comes right out. And that lets you be able to reuse your old lug nut or lug studs. That's a hard thing to say. Alrighty guys, well, we're back. Dad's home early and we got this first one taken off. We're going to show you how to take old bearing races and everything off. You ain't got fancy tools. First thing you want to do is cut this cage, angle grinder or something. And let all these little roller bearings hit the ground, you know. And then you want to take the torch. You want to heat this baby up. Want to heat that inner race. And then miracle of hammers. Air hammer right here. Do something like that. Lift her off. That's kind of what we've been doing. So we'll show you how we do that. Alright, so we're working on, I was talking about his poop schedule. Dookie schedule, never mind, my bad.
Take a dookie.
We can't even see it, Dad, because the lighting's bad.
I had to take a dookie.
Oh,
You just took a dookie.
But we use this bearing splitter to take off the bearing or the race on that other one because that was a pain in the butt. And now we're going to use it to try and take all this menagerie crap off the axle. We can put our green bearings on. The idea, piece of pulling thread, not just all thread, it's good stuff. Cut it in half. One will go there, the other will go here, and then it'll go up against the axle flange, which is thick and strong. But we'll cut that in half, weld some nuts on the end of it, make really long bolts, and maybe that'll work, maybe not.
You gotta reuse this thing. You don't use this thing anymore, do you?
No, all this is replaced with the green bearing
So
setup.
we could kind of bend. If that bent gets bent, it won't be a big loss.
No, it'll be fine. Dad's gonna do a bit of shine on that one, but there we go. Homemade bolts. Got those pressed up against there. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully. Well, Dad's out there picking up the rest of his truck. I brought the tools into the axles. We got this one taken apart, and just for note, the shorter axle uses what we believe is a thicker spacer. Got them off, took a lot of heat and a giant air hammer with a long extension and a lot of work to get these damn things to come off. This axle, it changed colors on the steel, but air cooling shouldn't lose its strength. If it does, I got another carrier, a 30 or 35 spline carrier. We'll have to buy axles and we'll just rebuild it, or we'll put the spider gears in it into our carrier. Don't know. I would like to keep my 23 spline axles just because, well, I do. Don't know why. I'm with Dad in that ballpark of course, big splines. We like that better than we like fine splines. These are obsolete, can't get parts for them no more, and it's another reason why I like them. Just like Jezebel, she was, you know, throwing away scrap, and most people would call this Dana 60 that because of its obsolete spline count. So it's a match made in heaven. But yeah, we're gonna get our shim stacks just right for the bearings to get pressed back onto these ends. We got our clutch discs and everything are ready to go, but once we get our new bearings put on those ends, then we'll start assembling the carrier, and then we'll get the ring and pinion put on it. We'll get all of our new green bearings and everything put on here, which are actually over here in this box I brought out. Our green bearings from Dr. Diff. New flanges. Wow, that's a really thick ass flange, damn. New spacers, so ready to rock and roll. We got all of our parts. But yeah, a lot of freaking work to do all that, let me tell you, and I'm sure there's an easier way, but that's not the Scott way. See you guys in a minute. Well, Dan, what do you got to say to all the haters who are probably going to tell us we're dumbasses for not only using 23 spline axles and for doing it the way we did it, because we probably ruined our axles and they're probably going to snap the very first launch? What you got to say to them kinds of people?
I guess we'll put a new axle in when we snap it.
Well, that means we have to go to 35 spline.
Well, that's when we'll do it.
Okay. Also, what do you got to say to everybody who say you need...
I didn't know there was that many metallurgists out there in YouTube land.
Metallurgists.
They know what happens to an axle, a tempered axle, when it gets a little heat.
Yeah.
In fact, we threw it in ice water.
We probably should, though, because everybody's going to assume we did. So what do you also got to say to everybody who say you need disc brakes on your Charger?
If I needed disc brakes, they probably would have put them on in 1968.
They were an option. There were Hemi cars driving around in 1968. Manual drum brakes. Discs were an option. Don't need freaking disc brakes. That's all I want to hear of it.
If it was mandatory, they would have made them standard equipment.
Yeah. You know, we've driven around many years with manual drum brakes and never had an issue, never had brake fade.
Never had any problem with my Volkswagen.
Yeah, well, your Volkswagen. You know, like Jezebel, I wouldn't have converted her if she had the big drums like Dad's car does. Jezebel had the little 10-inch drums for small block.
Little baby drums.
Yeah, little baby drums. Dad had the big ones because his car's an RT. That's all I want to hear about it. I don't want to hear no more disc brake conversion crap. It's going to get real old, real fast, like it already is, like the 3 guys down in the comment section, a Dad's front suspension rebuild.
I did learn some stuff off that. I appreciate that.
There were a couple of you guys. I don't remember your names, but you guys know who you are. You know, like the leading brake drum thing. The brake drums were on backwards.
Know that, and then letting it down before we tighten the big nut.
Yeah.
We need to do that. That makes sense.
You guys who put helpful stuff in the comments, you fucking rule. They know what always think everything needs disc brakes. You guys know where you can shove it. But we'll see you guys in a minute. Back to work. Well, we're back out here again, guys, and Saturday, helping Michael work on his truck. We're putting cab lights on it. Love it or hate it, they're gonna be pretty neat. Axles are all cleaned up, everything, bearing surfaces, everything looks real fantastic and perfect and pretty. Went ahead and painted these centers blue just because Jezebel's blue and one was already blue, so might as well go ahead and paint it. It's a MW. Does not stand for Mark Williams. I checked that with Tom. But came out here today, and it smells like Dad's deep frying some taters or something. What you cooking over there, Dad? You making dinner out here in the garage?
Thinking about it. Those fish strips in there.
Ew.
Strip.
Not fish. Fish is gross. What the hell you cooking in here, though, Dad?
Well, cooking a little bit of, I don't know.
Oh, that's some weird looking chicken strips.
Timken strips.
Timken strips. Ah. Right about 320 degrees.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
That's the way we do it in the quarry business on big old bearings.
Are they about ready?
Well, we need to pick them up, hit them with your rate check gun, and
We can do
suppose
that.
if they're 250 or so.
I'm kind of hungry. I'm a big man. And Timken bearing and Timken strips sound pretty damn good right now.
It may not chew up too good.
They look you know, if I had to say, they look a little,
Kind of like an onion ring.
they look kind of crispy, like teeth shattering crispy.
Yeah.
But you know what? No one likes soggy bread, so.
Skin searing, bone shattering.
Skin searing bone. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's how we're doing our bearings. We're gonna get those baby put on there. Hopefully they'll just magically go boop. Alrighty guys, well, that one we had to tap on. This one fell right on as if it was supposed to. Don't know what the hell happened there, but we got our big block of steel on here. Really, that big old solid bar. So that'll hold that down until it cools. We got our pinion bearings soaking in the old Timken fryer. And our new 373 ring and pinion. We're getting ready to work on that over on the Dana itself over here. Get the old pinion out. And we're gonna keep trucking along, guys. I just want to share this engineering marvel with everybody. We're getting ready to take the pinion off. And nothing I buy is ever junk. Did I need a narrowed 8 3/4 that was chrome plated for a dragster? No. But is it the perfect height to work on your Dana 60? Oh yeah. Well, we're going to show you our handy little trick, how we got our one green bearing on. I don't know where that axle disappeared to, or the two halves of it that are remaining. Pretty neat little nifty way we got those on. I thought we were going to bust the dang things, but we got them on there. So we're going to show you how we do it with this one. All you need, big piece,
You could take that spiral lock out.
big piece of square tubing. Don't even start, Dad. You just need that. All your green bearing shit, and you're just going to drive it on as
You gotta paint it
Driving a
first.
T-post.
driving a T-post.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
paint
got
it first.
so that way the paint can get destroyed. So we're going to show you guys how we did this. Michael, your phone's ringing, dude.
Let's just bring it out.
Randy, what's going on, dude?
You don't want to forget flange and seal. That's kind of important.
Thank you, Lisa.
That goes on. Spiral lock. Towards the flange. Which I could drop it from here. And it'll seat itself. Just like the other one. We'll put our spacer on.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll start it. You know, this is my YouTube show. damn good idea, Michael.
I don't know where you found that piece of tube.
Hiding back there.
That worked out freaking fantastic. Oh, we're not there yet, Michael. You lying sack of shit. See it? Never trust your brother. Oh yeah. That's seated on there.
You still roll the bearing?
Yeah. Yeah, if your bearing don't move, you got a problem. So we're also going to do what my friend Tom advised. We're going to put some welds, just tack weld between the spacer and axle shaft itself. Keeps that from moving. So, you can sell your green bearings. If only the rest of the bearings went that easy. I thought that was going to suck, but nope. Alrighty, and we're back. We're back again, guys. So, another day, getting at her. We kind of took a break yesterday, but I went ahead and assembled my carrier. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You know, just followed the old instructions on how the centerpiece goes together with the clutch disc and everything. Thin plate, dish, thin dish, thick plate, clutch ring, spline gear. Went together real nice. This thing looks freaking gorgeous. Let me just show you. Look at that, just smooth. Everything looks really nice, really clean. Got our bearings all on there, and as you saw, we got our green bearings on our axles, which I guess we're gonna get our ring gear put on here, which is pretty simple. We got our new bolts, so we're gonna get started on that. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so one thing you definitely want to make sure of is make sure your ring gear bolts are either left-hand or right-handed thread. These are all right-handed, thank God. I can't tell you, there's been one rear end we put together for an 8 3/4, and these were left-handed. Snapped them right off. Definitely not a good thing, so we'll lay that over here, try to get our bolts lined up, and then we're gonna get 2 bolts started on the ring gear, and then we'll tap it on here, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And there's a bug. No free rides there, guy. Get out of here. Sorry, dude. But get that ring gear on, and we'll keep moving along. So everybody's got their way of putting these ring gears on. And there's still space here, as you can see. I like to get all my bolts started, and I like to snug them. You know, you do this one, then you do that one, then you do that one. Boom, boom, star pattern. And get them to where they're all just snug, like this one. Wants to turn the whole thing. You just do that. Then we're going to flip this around, use a non-marring hammer, such as this guy. And we're going to tap that ring gear on, and then we'll tighten the rest of it. And if we feel it's necessary, we'll Loctite them in, and then we're going to take a paint marker like the silver one, and we're going to mark here down to here, so that way if we ever take the cover off, we can make sure these ain't spinning and coming loose. So I'm gonna get at her, finish her up, and show you when we're done. All right, ring gear is installed. We're going to run over this with the torque wrench along with the carrier bolts down here, and then we're going to mark them, and this will be ready to go. This thing should be all drained out, and we can continue working on getting all of our pinions and bearings and races put in this. I'll keep showing you guys as we keep moving along. Hope you're enjoying. Alrighty guys, so another day, another bit of work. So yesterday was Memorial Day. After we went and visited Grandpa and all that stuff, we took the Dana 60 down to the car wash and blasted all the crap we could in and out of these tubes, and then soaked her down with oil, because she had a bunch of nasty stuff in there I couldn't get to. The old hand don't fit too good inside these tubes, even though they're still pretty big. But we got our old seals driven out. I'm gonna clean that up some more, because that's pretty gnarly looking inside there. And we got our new seals here. I don't know if these are national or what these are, but these are actual Mopar brand packaging, so they ought to be pretty decent. We'll get those put in. And pretty simple, you know, you get a big socket about the size of the seal itself. Pop it in there, good to go, ready to rock and roll. And sooner or later we'll have this thing done. So, keep showing you more. Alrighty guys, so we're getting ready to torque down our ring gear bolts. They're supposed to be 110 foot-pounds. These are 13/16 head bolts. I'm not sure what the actual bolt size is, but whatever. We're gonna red Loctite them in as per Strange's recommendation. So we got Loctite or 272 red Loctite high strength. And we got our good old, our newer Craftsman torque wrench. I need to lock that down. There we go. And I figure we're gonna make this rear end extra special. Not only are we doing this baby in honor of a special person, you know who you are, hopefully, but we're gonna use one of my grandpa's old sockets. Grandma gave me a bunch of grandpa's old tools. In fact, we got a toolbox over there full of them. These are some of his sockets he used to use on heavy equipment he used to work on. I was going to use my Craftsman 13/16. I grabbed one of Grandpa's. And Grandpa's going to be right here with me as we torque this baby down. Let's get her done. Oh, what may feel like a couple of seconds for you guys has been weeks for us, days, years, whatever you want to call it. But just going to give you an update. So, I'm going to show you what we got accomplished just a couple minutes ago. The carrier is finally done. 2 sets of clutches messed up. Yeah. Ended up taking half the set from Dr. Diff and the other set from East Coast Gear Supply because both of them did the same messed up crap where the splines, see these splines right in here? That's where your axle plugs in. They got splines on the outside, and I'll show you on this little diagram. I don't know if I've shown you this before, so I'll cut this part of the video out. But that's how it goes together. This very last disc right here barely has enough splines to engage on the splined spider gear, or splined side gear, what they call it. And it would get misaligned just a little bit, and there's nothing you can do in the bottom of the carrier here. And it's too late by the time you try to torque it down or tighten it, because once it pops and clicks, it's already destroyed. And well, there's number one. And you could probably beat that out with a hammer, but that's just, I don't know, it's just a little sketchy. And then the second one, this happened just the other day. Not only destroyed teeth, but actually cracked it, broke it. So those are junk. So we had enough parts from the 2 to make 1. And I got it torqued down just the other day, and I was talking on the phone with a friend, and is that it? No, that's not it. Let me show you what happened. Just show you how much fun I've been having with this Dana 60. Let's see here. Oh yeah, right there, boom. Snapped one of the grade 8 carrier bolts in half. That bolt had to have already been messed with and no good. Must have already had a fracture in it. Talked to Dad, other friends, and they said that thing shouldn't have broke like that. Isn't that right, Dad? So we replaced all 8 carrier bolts with brand new grade 8 7/16 by 3.5 inch long, which the exact same specs the original ones were. So you won't have any issues. They're torqued to 90 foot-pounds as per the specs on the internet. Red Loctite. Shouldn't have any issues. So we'll keep rocking and rolling, but it's freaking smoking hot out here. And I think we're gonna go inside because there's like 70-degree weather inside the house, and it's like 1,000,000 degrees out here. And I'm a fat guy, Dad's an old guy, so
Got the bench clean.
we do. Yeah, look at Dad's bench. Oh my God, I haven't seen that workspace right there in like 20 years, and I'll probably never see it for another 20 years. I guarantee you. Not this guy will put something on there in the next couple of days and just ruin all Dad's hard work.
No, because the screwdrivers fell there.
Yeah, the screwdrivers fell down, so now we got a little metal screwdriver holder instead of those plastic ones up there. Pieces of crap.
Maybe it got too hot for the plant.
Maybe. It's freaking smoking hot here. It's hotter here than anywhere else in the country. It's like 100 and something degrees. UV index of 9 out of 10. Humidity's up the butt.
It's like 106 heat index.
Yeah, it's freaking hot here in Kansas.
Yesterday, anyway.
So all my friends out in California, just know that I looked at the weather. It's cooler in California and everywhere else than it is here. Now, probably if you get over to the Carolinas, I bet you it's just as bad though. All the humidity out there, but just want to show you guys we got the carrier done. In fact, might actually be having another rear end in the near future. Don't know yet, so we'll just keep you guys in tune with that. So, see you later.
Bye-bye.